Mindset is literally everything. It's your reality, right? And for me, knowing that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'm definitely not good looking. Obviously, there's a video of me. So what do I have? What do I have to fall back on? Well, I know how to work really hard, and I don't know how to quit. And those two things can get you extremely far in life, literally further than anything, further than talent, further than good looks, further than financial backing, like further than anything. As long as you work hard and don't give up, you literally cannot lose. You can't lose if you don't quit. Now, you'll 100% guaranteed lose if you do quit.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen Knapp, and I'm here with Evan Wagley, who's a realtor in the San Diego market, which is one of my favorite areas. I was saying, I'm so excited to talk to you about it. Thank you for being here.
I think it's everybody's favorite, isn't it? It's like, why don't we live in San Diego? And then they pull up homes.com or Zillow and they're like, oh yeah, that's why, because everything costs an arm and a leg.
Right. What I love about San Diego, there's so many different areas that are, very unique to themselves, but they're all amazing.
Yeah. It's funny. My wife moved down here from the Bay Area about 20 years ago. I literally met her like the day after she moved here, and we've been inseparable ever since. But when she moved down here to San Diego, she told me one day when she was watching the news, she was like, you guys are a big city, but like every newscast that I see is like talking about like old grandma Annie's cat was stuck in the tree, and look at the sunset, and oh, here we are at the beach again. It's like it has a very like hometown small feel, even though it's a big city. Yeah, that's why I love it. I'm born and raised here. I'll never leave anywhere else to go anywhere.
Oh yeah, I love it so much. I live in Southern California, so anytime I can make it to San Diego, I'm always looking to.
Bring it. Come get a burrito.
Yeah, exactly. Great burritos, great Mexican food. So let's go back to the beginning. What brought you into real estate?
It was people that are smarter than I am, honestly. I was lucky enough to have one of my closest friends, who's actually our team leader and owner of our company, Whistle Realty Group. He is one of my best friends, and he's been in real estate a long time. And he's like, dude, you got to get into real estate. You like talking to people. We'll figure out the rest along the way. And I said, okay, I'm all in. And so here we are. Let's see, I've been an investor since 2009. I got my license in 2004.
Wow.
So yeah, been in and around it for quite a while.
That's amazing. And that first year when you were kind of building up your business, what did that look like?
Well, it was rough.
Yeah.
I got in my first year in the business.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Was 2004, 2005. And that part of the market was at the top and starting to crest and come down. And what seemed like was unaffordable at the time for everybody. I mean, now the prices of homes are way above what they were back then. When things started to go sideways before 2008, that's when it was very, very hard. And that's kind of when I first started in real estate. And from there, I learned, oh my gosh, this is way harder than I thought. And I actually stepped away from real estate, especially when 2008, 2009, things were just, very, very tough for a lot of agents. And a lot of agents stepped away. And I was one of those casualties too. And eventually, because I loved real estate so much, I was able to recapture some of that fire and come back. And it's been just absolutely amazing ever since.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it sounds like when you maybe were getting out of the realtor game, you kind of entered the real estate investing game.
Correct. Yeah. So we were very fortunate, timing wise, whatever you want to call it. In 2009, we purchased our very first property. In 2009 was, at the bottom of the market because 2008 it just happened. There was defaults, there was bank owns, there was short sales like crazy. And so we were able to get in really at that bottom of the market and then grow our business when everything was so slow from an investment side. And then, we've just been so fortunate since then. And we've bought and sold a bunch of properties from that time. And it's been a great experience. Everybody that should and could get into investing in real estate, go for it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's probably something that a lot of people have trepidation about because it's scary.
It's a big investment, right? I mean, for a first-time home buyer, we have programs that allow you to put only 3.5% down. But when you're talking about a $500,000 home, almost $18,000, $17,500 just in the down payment. And that's scary for a lot of people. Now, a home that's $500,000 in San Diego doesn't come around very often these days. I mean, you could get a small condo for that and at least get your foot in the door. Man, it's daunting. It's scary to think that I'm going to have my name associated with $500,000 in debt, But that debt is what sets you free. The debt is what gives you that investment so that you can roll it into something nicer or bigger while you're working your regular day job. And you're living there and you're making memories, you're starting families, you're getting married. It's more than just an investment. All the way around, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a game where you're definitely zooming out rather than living in the minutia. You're looking at the bigger picture of where you're headed.
Exactly right. I think what happens a lot of times is people are very short-sighted. They're like, I got to make it to the next paycheck. I got to make it to the next car payment, And if you're able to step away and gain some perspective and have a 30,000-foot view on, okay, where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years, 20 years? What's going to get me there instead of just, is my 9-to-5 job that I'm barely paying the bills? Is that what's going to get me there? Probably not. So I got to look at other avenues and other vehicles that are going to allow me to expand my investment so that I can move up, so to speak, whatever that means.
Yeah. So you took a little break from real estate. What was that conversation with yourself where you really wanted to hop back into it?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
You know, it was a conversation I needed to have with myself, with my wife, of course. And she came from a very secure W-2 income family background where there was a check every other week and bills were paid and it was secure. And jumping back into a sales type environment where you don't necessarily know where your next paycheck is going to be coming from is also scary. You know, there's so much opportunity that, you know, in sales, you can grow, you know, the sky's the limit. You can scale and grow as big as you want to. However, if you're not growing, then you're dying. There's an old saying that says, in this business, you're either moving ahead or falling behind. There ain't no in between. And that's kind of what real estate is like. And if you can't adapt, unfortunately, you may be one of those casualties that real estate is known for creating.
Yeah, like tell me more about that mindset of just it seems like you're just very tenacious and you don't stop.
Yeah, kind of like when we were chatting before, mindset is literally everything. It's your reality, right? And for me, knowing that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'm definitely not good looking, obviously. You know, there's a video of me. So what do I have to fall back on? Well, I know how to work really hard and I don't know how to quit. And those two things can get you extremely far in life, literally further than anything, further than talent, further than good looks, further than financial backing, like further than anything. As long as you work hard and don't give up, you literally cannot lose. You can't lose if you don't quit. Now, you'll 100% guaranteed lose if you do quit. That's the difference. And if people can remember that and stick to it, there's so much success out there for everybody.
Yeah, can you think of a time? I mean, you started right when the market was on a downturn, but can you think of another maybe example of something that didn't necessarily go correctly and what you learned from it and got stronger from?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I've had lots of times in my life. I just watched a whole short documentary, if you call it that, on how your history and the hard things that you go through actually prepare you to conquer things that most other people wouldn't be able to, because that experience is tailored to you and that experience can get you through almost any hard thing. And if you aren't prepared for that hard thing, well, guess what? That hard thing is going to prepare you for more stuff in the future. And I think a lot of people forget that I don't want to say all they have to do, but just remember that when you focus on overcoming and just putting your head down and not quitting, like that mindset, you're guaranteed to flourish. It doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter who you are. Like you want to be like a Kardashian, you want to be an influencer. Like my kids watch a million YouTubers that have zero talent. Trust me, I mean zero talent. Yet here they are, you know, living in, oh gosh, what's his name? I'll remember his name in a second, but he lives here in San Diego. He's one of the famous YouTubers. He's got a giant house, and my kids love him because he lives in San Diego, and he has no talent. But you know what? He's got like a million videos, and he just never gave up. And now he's got like, you know, multi-million subscribers and makes a boatload of money because he didn't quit. And as long as you have that in the back of your mind, can't lose.
It's so true. What is the saying? You'll never fail because you'll never quit. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're guaranteed to lose if you quit.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, I love that. Switching gears a little bit. So you're in the client servicing business. How do you make each client feel like the only one?
I feel like if there was a talent that I had, this would be my superpower, so to
Mm.
speak. And those agents that can do that, I think do a really, really good job and do a lot of business and provide for their families and flourish and become wealthy. Is when you can treat somebody like they're the only person in the room and that they are the most important person in your life in that moment. If you can do that, man, you can be successful in literally anything if you can do
Mhm.
that. In sales, promoting in a regular business type corporate job. I mean, podcasting. I mean, you do it all the time. You make
Mhm.
people feel so important. And if you can do that, man, that is a superpower. And I really, really enjoy meeting with clients one on one, especially I think we'll talk about it in a bit, especially with clients that have inherited properties
Right.
that may have to go to probate. Their family member that just gave them the property just passed away. So there's all these emotions. And I love being that helpmate for them. I love being that servant for them and saying, look, we're going to get through this together and seeing that light kind of flicker that okay, we got it, and it turns on. I love that. There's nothing better for me in this
Yeah,
industry.
I think a lot of people might see real estate as maybe like transactional or something like that, but you really are meeting people at such a stressful time in their lives. I mean, just the typical home buyer or home seller, it's such a major life change. And then I know that you have a specialty in inheritance and probate, which I would love for you to talk more about. Yeah, you're just you have to really support people.
Yeah, it's definitely not a transaction. There's agents that treat it like just a transactional type industry, but sales in general, but I think specifically real estate, because that's my experience, is this is a people business. And if you can connect with people on a personal level and meet them where they're at, where you can help them with one of two things, either a pain point, something that really, really hurts, and you're there to help them, or conversely, a giant goal, and you're there to help them on that giant goal, which is investing in their first or 10th investment property. If you can be that person for them, you have a client for life. And you no longer have to spend your time prospecting, finding new clients, paying for leads. You don't have to do any of that because you've just made somebody so happy. And I've seen it time and time again in my own transactions. On the other side of the transaction, I've seen it on our team, and that connection, it can last literally a lifetime. I love it.
Totally. There's so much more measuring success. These client relationships are so huge that they just go beyond sales.
Yeah, it really does transcend just the real estate industry or just the sales transaction in that given moment. I feel like I'm really helping change lives in very pivotal points in their life. Like, who likes moving?
Yeah.
No, like literally nobody, right? And some of these people either like are renting a property that the lease is up and the landlord's selling, and they're like, holy moly, I have 45 days to figure something out. And you can get them into their own home, and they're like, I didn't even know this was possible. And like they're mind blown. Like that is so fulfilling for me that I'm
Right.
literally helping change these people's lives forever, like generationally, even. There's nothing better.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And I would love for you to talk about that specialty, the inheritance specialty.
It's something that I've focused on probably more specifically, I would say the last 6 months or so, even up to a year. And I've had other probate and trust sales in years prior. But I think the difference is that I've kind of caught the bug in not, and this kind of on a next level, like helping people buy a home for the first time is awesome. And or helping somebody that is a renter, buy their first property. That's awesome. And I love that too. Or helping sellers move from one house to another, or going to another state because their grandkids live in Arizona or whatever. I love all of that. But I think on the next level for me personally is helping a family that just had a loved one pass away, and they've just inherited this home that they have no idea what to do with it. They know it's worth X amount of dollars. Here in San Diego, it's probably worth around $1 million. And they can somehow unlock this inheritance from this property so that they can go and buy their properties for themselves that maybe they haven't been able to ever do because affordability is so low here. Being able to change that life in that way is great, but then also being that servant and providing that service that holds their hand through this probate process that is scary. Like, wait, we may not be able to get this home, or we may be, having to spend $50,000 in court and attorney fees to get this thing sold. Like that's scary numbers for a lot of people. And being able to be that intercessor for them is very fulfilling for me.
Well, I imagine it's deeply fulfilling. You're literally, you're meeting people at such a stressful life event and you're helping them through it.
Yeah, I mean, it quite literally, tearful moments at dining room tables where these people really don't know what to do or where to go or who to turn to. I feel so honored and like so humbled and so blessed to be able to say, I can be that person for you. I'm certified in this specialty. I help a ton of people through this process. I can help you too. I have all of the resources. I have the probate lawyers. I have the team. I have the know-how, the marketing, all of that stuff. Here's how we do it. Let's take that step and make it happen. And then on the back end, when it's all said and done, like for them to tearfully again sometimes say, thank you so much. I can't believe we got through this. Really, it's more than just getting paid a commission at the end of the transaction. It's much more than that.
Yeah, because when you're, dealing with someone who's making a conscious effort, a researched effort to go buy a home, it's very different than someone who is in a position that they didn't necessarily anticipate to be in. And yeah, I can see how people are very scared and confused and don't really know how to move forward.
Yeah, I think scared and confusion are probably the two emotions that I see the most in these probate transactions. Now, trust transactions, conversely, are pretty simple. A trust protects you from, typically, most of the time, going to a probate proceeding where there is no court proceedings. But being able, the one that gets to tell them that because they don't know what the process looks like is really cool. And you see like the relief and you see the red face and the confusion go away, and you can say, it's okay. Let's sell this thing like it's your home. You make all the decisions and we'll take it from there. And seeing that is also fulfilling within itself too.
That's so amazing. So how can people find you to work with you?
So I have a website. It's my name, evanwagley.com. Very hard to remember. I'm on Google. You can Google me. I got a bunch of reviews, bunch of people that I've worked with through probate and trust sales that were kind enough to leave me a review and say he did a good job for me. So just Google me, Evan Wagley Realtor. I'm also on whistlerealty, which is the team that I'm on. And more than happy to give you all of the free stuff. It doesn't cost you anything for all of the information that I have. I give a free consultation to everybody that reaches out that wants to know more about this probate process, about inherited homes. I have a whole packet that are specifically just for probate sellers that I'm happy to give out for free, and a step-by-step walk you through it. If you don't want my help, which is totally fine, that's the easiest way to reach me.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, everyone, please take advantage of that. You have so much information to share, and this has been so wonderful. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Kristen. My pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you're just helping so many people. So it's wonderful to see kind of this area of the business and how you're helping.
It's funny because I think a lot of people get into real estate. If you were to ask most new agents why they get into real estate, I think most of them would say, because I want to help people.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. I think just on a very large scale, like us as humans, just typically want to help other humans. And if we can do that while providing for our families and having some flexibility on our schedule, I think is very appealing to a lot of people. And real estate can give you that. It can give you all three. You can provide for your family. You can have a business that's your own. I'm my own business owner, and I get to help people. I mean, really, it's the best business around, I think. But I'm biased. Do you own your home, Kristen, by chance?
I do not.
Okay,
Well,
well. And has anybody ever sat down and discussed the buying process with you and what that looks like?
I would be happy to have you explain stuff to me.
It's super easy and it doesn't cost you a dime. Look, see,
Amazing.
I put my sales hat on.
Yeah,
What
I
did you
know.
think?
That
Was
was
that good?
seamless.
Did we? Okay,
Cool.
well, let's set up a time to talk, Kristen.
Love that. Okay, well, thank you so much for being
Okay,
here, and thank you everyone for
of course.
listening. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.